get Xylia from the temple and head to fort. Gao's cousin, hopefully, before he's mistaken for a cultist. But our rests didn't go as planned. We first were interrupted by Amira Rayler, our contact with the Silent Circle. She came with coin and a stranger to celebrate our victory against the cultists. So we met our new companion, Darian.
A strange coin.
Yeah. Yeah. And decided we could definitely use his skills, considering we were down a member. So we decided, even though we were tired, to kind of stay up for a little while and get to know our new companion. After which, we all settled down in our own rooms. And we're just dozing off when Chomsky came in all excited about something. And turns out there was some noises in a secret passage that he found in his room. So we investigated. Gao sent his tiny little dragon familiar to scout it out. And found out there are two Shatter Kai arguing about directions on a map, worrying about getting caught. Chomsky sneaks in to go and investigate. They kind of catch wind of him, and we all just kind of decide to just charge in and confront these mysterious figures. They seem kind of harmless and a little bit inept. We had some confusing negotiations about whether or not to let them go about their business, or whether we needed a cut of their findings, considering they were hunting for some treasure that probably belonged to one of the factions that existed down here in the subterranean secret hideout. So we finally settled on Uslag and Darian escorting the two to the vault using our stealth and our map finding skills, or map reading skills. Found a couple of chests, and we're on our way back to the group with the small chests when we heard commotion from behind us in the vault that we had just left behind. Seems we had tripped some sort of magical alarm of some sort. So, cut to those that we left behind at the room. There was a knock on the door, and apparently a familiar face to some came in demanding to check the room for some secret passages, saying they've been hearing some noises. Remy successfully deflects a little bit, and we kind of all meet back up, and we're discussing kind of what to do next when the two Shatterkai started getting nervous and insisted that they should take one of the chests and we keep the other. Yeah, that didn't go very well because Gao, using some sort of magic, discovered that there was something inside that he felt was very important. We needed to keep both. So we had to fight the two. We knocked them out, made a bunch of noise, and that's where we left off.
All right. Thank you for the recap. So,
It was pretty.
Yeah. You gonna say something?
No, I just said it was very eventful.
Oh, okay. So where were we? It was basically midnight on the 70th of fall. As this happens, you've knocked the two brothers unconscious, and I think Gao ran into the secret passage with the chests.
Right.
There was a bunch of noise made. What does the group want to do?
Remy would immediately like to search the room and find I imagine we have like some sort of trash can in the room.
Yeah, there's probably some place for waste.
Probably like a wooden trash can. He's gonna grab it, immediately empty it in the corner, flip it upside down in between his legs, and he's just gonna start using it as a drum. And he's gonna sit on the floor with it in between his legs, and he's just gonna like loudly just start pounding on it, like he's really getting into this drum circle.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the bodies and try to haul them into the secret passage.
I think they're already in the. We already
yeah.
got them.
Oh,
I
they're
think
already
that
in
was
there.
the very last thing we did. Yeah.
Oh.
And we closed the door, so
Yeah.
they're in
There's
there.
probably some.
Is anybody in there with them?
Yeah.
Not right now. Gal went north to his room with the chests, but I don't think anyone else went in there.
Yeah, Uslag I think was in charge of dragging them in there. So yeah, you know.
I thought someone got trapped. I thought someone was in there, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think, actually, you probably don't know where Gal went, because he just kind of ran into the passage and disappeared, so you're not sure where he is right now.
No, I actually sunk into the floor, so they didn't even see that I got to the passage.
Yeah.
Uh,
He went
yeah,
subterranean, yeah.
I guess you could have clawed down in there and then went through.
Uslag's gonna point out the blood on the floor and like, is there anything we can do about this? I can try to use my
prestidigitation. I one hand I'm tapping on the drum, the other hand I'm prestidigitating.
So you're casting a spell, creating some prestidigitation.
I'll help out if I can, if we're in a hurry, and just use, if I can, use some of my like track, my survival skills, basically.
Oh my god. Yeah, and the spell that I'm casting, I'm doing it with the drums to make it sound like a song. And I will totally roll whatever I have to do. I'm trying to roll it right in there with a song. One hand on the drums, one hand like doing my somatic, and then verbally rapping it into the fucking beat.
Right.
Are we all in the same room?
Well, if someone was close, they probably would know you're using magic. But for those farther away, it probably would just sound like drumming. And yeah, I believe you're all in the same room, except for Gao.
I think Arapel might have been asleep. I mean, it's up to you, kind of what you think.
Well, I wasn't here for that session either, so I'm not really sure if I was with you or not, because I got here late last session.
Arapel might be, like shut down in her room. And I don't know.
Otherwise, I can be, like, since you guys are pretending to have a party, I can be, R2 when he's, like, on the pleasure bars serving drinks.
I mean, you could totally be in this room, and maybe the drumming and the yelling and the loudness wakes you up, and you're just like,
Let's just say he's still doing his regeneration cycle, because he doesn't sleep. He's aware of his surroundings, whether he's regenerating or not. So.
Yeah, so you may have just watched all this weird stuff unfold, and two guys get beat up.
This looks gonna, like, if there's any sort of like tankards or anything or alcohol around, she'll just pretend that she's like sloshed and drinking some ale.
Did you say you were doing something, Uslag?
Yeah, I'm just pretending to be getting drunk.
I mean, you said something about survival.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if I can use my survival skills to kind of obscure any blood that is left over.
Yeah, you can hide traces of the combat. I mean, most people just seeing the room wouldn't be able to pick up on that, but a skill tracker might. So go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm also like pretending to drink.
So yeah, you think you cleaned up signs of the struggle pretty well. Most people probably wouldn't be able to see through it. So Remy's drumming, you're cleaning up and acting drunk. No one's come so far. It's been a couple of minutes. Things seem to have quieted down. You no longer hear the soldiers running around opening doors. If they are here, they probably moved on to a different area. Luckily.
Uslag just actually starts really drinking her ale then.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything?
I think I'm gonna join Uslag.
Yeah, me too.
And drinking ale.
Okay. Gal, once you get back to your room with the chests, what are you gonna do?
Is there anywhere that makes it look like I'm going to try to hide them but like if I have to make it so they're the pillows to make it look like they're hidden, then that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to try to stay here and stay safe.
Right. There's no great place to hide them in here. I mean, you could like put them in the closet or under the bed, but it would be pretty obvious if someone was looking around that they're there. I guess you could. I mean,
you still have another 10 minutes. I mean, like 9 minutes. Like you could potentially. I mean,
Bring them back to the room.
Hey, you're not
you could
there,
come
Randy.
back to us.
You just hear drumming in the distance.
Yes.
But yeah, you don't think there's a great place in here to hide them. You could do your best with like, because it's a small area.
Yeah. If I still got 10 minutes, I'm actually. How many minutes left do you say I have? I about 9 minutes is what I thought from the last.
Yeah, so it probably took you about a minute to get out of the room and back to your room, if you were going carefully. So yeah, you probably have about 9 minutes then.
Okay. How far south? I'm gonna actually go back into the tunnel quietly.
Okay.
And the player knows that the two are out there, but the character doesn't. But what his plans are is if he sees anybody coming, north or west? I can't remember which direction is back towards the city. He's gonna hide.
Well, they came from the north and they were heading south.
Okay, so north.
So you assume north is towards wherever the entrance is, but you've never been over there.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back in the hallway and prepare. Crap. I'm being indecisive, so I'm jumping back and forth between the hallway and the
looking around,
room.
trying to think.
And anything that scares me, I'm jumping into the other room, whether it's the room or the hallway, because unsure.
All right. So some time is passing. I'll say about 20 minutes pass, so your spell would end.
I would be in the time the spell's about to end. I'd rather be in the hallway or the secret passageway than the room.
And as far as you know, there is no opening from the secret passageway to your room. The only one you found is the Chomsky's room. Just FYI.
Yes.
Can I ask the group something? A few things? Say things? I think we should try to make friends with these folks. I don't know how we do that at this point, since we kind of beat the shit out of them, but they do seem like they might be useful, and it seemed like they were almost willing to join us before we nearly killed them.
I mean, it seemed like they were about to leave with one of the chests.
I must say, I don't think we were staying with both chests if we would have let them walk out of here. We had to take them.
They did seem open to working on our side, and I did recognize that lady who came in here before, and it seems we have a common enemy as well.
We could just tie him up and gag him.
Yeah,
We could probably do that before they wake up.
Agreed. Someone should definitely check on them. It's been 20 minutes. They're gonna be fucking gone. We should have checked on them. We would have. Yeah.
Alright, so you want to go time up?
Yeah, definitely before we have like a passage of time.
Uslog's like, this could be more trouble than they're worth. Why don't we just let them go?
Alright.
Because it might bring people back to us.
Oh, yeah.
But yes.
Good point.
So, who's gonna go time up?
Well,
I can try.
actually, I'm kind of want to change my vote. I kind of think I might agree with Uslog. This might be more trouble than it's worth. They seemed like they were loners. They didn't really seem like they didn't want to be caught here. We're allied with these people.
And I know for a fact they were lying.
But they were breaking into what was the organization's name?
I mean, I think this lady, if she's the one you're describing, Remy, she's with the cultists.
They were with the Silent Circle, and we're allied with the Midnight Pyre right now. They stole from the Silent Circle.
They stole from
guess.
someone. You don't know if it was the Silent Circle or the Midnight Pyro, because there were a bunch of different people who were in the Shadow Markets, a bunch of different factions. You're not really sure who Niara Frost and her people are.
Well, some of us have met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
you
but
know,
We don't know anything.
You know-
we still don't know anything about her.
yeah,
We don't
you-
know who he's really allied with.
Yes, you know
Yeah.
that she was working with the cultists at one point because she was torturing Remy.
Yeah.
But you don't know, like, the cultists obviously were killed, so you don't know, like, who she's teamed up with now.
Well, it sounds like we could get information out of them, and our friend Remy here seems to be a pretty halfway decent interrogator.
I do pride myself in my work.
I just think these two are fairly incompetent thieves that may have gotten themselves in over their heads. I would feel bad if anything bad happened to them, because
I'd just say let's take him. I guess somehow get him outside and just leave him out there. Throw him out somewhere.
After a little talking, too, so that they don't come back after us with more forces,
okay.
at the very least.
I don't think
Alright.
they know our names. We didn't tell them our names or anything.
That's
No, but I feel like we're an easily describable group.
That's true.
That's exactly what I was
true.
gonna
We sort of
say.
stand
Like,
out.
I think they'd know who we are. Just say. Yes, it is a pickle.
Or we could dispose of their bodies, and that would be the easiest way to be done with them. I would trust that more than letting them go free.
Oh my, you!
Always the pragmatist.
I don't know this side of you. I guess pragmatist. I guess it's very interesting.
Let's try to avoid that if possible. But
Yes.
let's first see. if
Either
there's-
way, we should tie them up, gag them, and then. Sorry, go ahead, Arabelle.
no, you're fine. I was just, since I missed the session, I wanted to clarify what I would have witnessed. Did they attack you?
I think Remy attacked them.
Well, they thought Remy attacked them.
Yes.
I didn't attack them per se.
He was just trying
They
to,
were holding.
infiltrate their mind.
You know. You know.
I think
You know how
cast a
Remy
spell
is.
at them.
It was not the chess, but yeah.
But they're both there. There was just the two, and they're still alive. We didn't murder any of them.
Oh,
Correct.
they're not yet, not quite dead, but they're close. Either that, or they're gonna wake up and run away. So we should really make a decision. They're actually on the other side of that wall.
And they were trying to steal the chests, so we took the chests instead. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Well, they were gonna split it with us, but we decided that that was not a fair deal, and we wanted to.
Well,
So
they agreed to it, then they decided they no longer agreed to it, and then they basically were like, no, we're taking the chests.
You make it really, really hard for me to decide how my character would act morally in this group.
well, you must understand that these are not just shiny valuables. They have no. They're peons. They're minions. They have no idea, and I don't either, truly. But someone in our group does. These are quite valuable. Maybe even some sort of, I don't know, relic or artifact.
Did
Or
you actually
whatever.
see what was in the chest yet? I don't think anyone.
Yeah.
No, but he.
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
he
yeah.
described it.
Did
Gal,
I think Gao knows what they are. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he tell any of you what they are?
Yes.
I
He said it
actually,
to everyone.
Yeah, I think
I told Remy through the mind contact when I was grabbing the boxes that these are relics.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say any more details, but I did say that they were relics.
But no, but you did say. But that's the reason why they lost interest, is because you did say they're like pieces of what are their stone tablets or something. They're like,
out
oh, I was
loud?
hoping for. Yeah, because that's why the two. So everyone heard it. Everyone
Out-
was around.
No, out loud, everyone heard, "What's the stones for in the boxes?"
Right.
And then when you had a mental contact with me, and during that mental contact, I said, when I grabbed the box, I'm echoing off of somebody. I apologize.
So so no, thank you for reminding me of that, because
And then-
I did know that they were relevant.
I told you specifically mentally relics. Oh, it's the
So
DM
Okay.
that
I
I'm.
repeat that.
All right.
Thank you.
Am I echoing?
Arapel's eyes are going to illuminate. He's been turned off, but they are going to illuminate, and he is going to say, I do not support eliminating these captives
So wait, am I
until
echoing?
further questioning.
I see my thing lighting up. Are you hearing yourselves in my mic?
I'm not.
I'm not.
Okay.
Not really.
Someone.
I
else-
was. Gal was, but I put myself on mute.
No, that's weird.
There,
Because I have a
there was a
headset
moment
on.
where I heard something, but
If you wish to, if you wish to ascertain further information from these subjects before making a decision, I can assist with, to some degree, with ensuring they tell the truth.
I mean, they're probably most neutral to you, so you probably, I guess.
whatever we
Trust it.
decide, I think they're.
I support
Pro-
I support giving them an opportunity to prove their innocence. That they may, as Uslag said, be inept and in the wrong place.
so we tie them up.
Tie him up and gag.
Excellent. I'm glad we're in agreement. Someone go do that.
I.
So you probably need about 10 feet of rope to tie them up.
I've got 30. I can help with that.
Right.
Sure.
I will cast Silent Image on the entrance as it's opened, preemptively masking it for 10 minutes to look like a regular wall, and I'll repeat that if we pass over 10 minutes and just keep that illusion up.
I should ask, how thoroughly are you tying them? Are you like tying their hands, like hog tying them?
Well,
Feather hands
yeah,
and
making
feet.
sure they're gagged so they can't make noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess
They're
tying
thieves,
their
and they're
hands.
probably good at.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use all 30 feet of the rope, and I'm going to just tie everything.
Cocoon.
Just really tie them up. All right. So you spend a bunch of your rope and make sure they're very tied up.
Yep.
After, as I said, about 20 minutes, you would hear footsteps coming towards the room. Gao is. I assume Gao is still. Well, by this time, I assume you're closing the secret door after you tie them up, or are you leaving it open?
Well, I would want them to stay in the secret hall because I don't want them getting discovered by anyone just wandering in.
You said question.
Yeah.
DM, you said there's footsteps coming towards the room. Did you mean in the hallway or in the room or in the rest of the regular rooms?
Coming towards the room, not from the secret passage, from the outsides of the hallway.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just need to know if the secret door is open or closed at this point. It can be either.
Closed.
I stay close.
Closed.
Closed with our captives on the
Other side.
secret side. Okay. Yeah.
I'll
hidden.
stay with the captives. Just
Cool.
in case.
That's who's that? Darian.
Yeah.
All right. So you're out in the hallway. Footsteps approach, and there is a knock at the door.
I would like to start drumming on my bucket again. I'd like to imagine he already had it. But I'm definitely beating it. It can start low. It doesn't have to be like bam, 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 bam. I'm like, I'm coming in to it.
Yeah, and also, I think, who else is out here? I think, Gao, you'd probably notice Darian at this point out in the hall with the two elves, a little ways to the south of you. Because you said you were hanging out in the passage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there is a knock at the door.
Who is it?
There is a bit of silence, and a voice says, "It's Amira. Let me in. I need to speak to you."
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the door for Amira.
Okay. So Amira comes walking in. She looks around, kind of scanning the area. She looks at. Is it Chomsky you let her in?
Yes.
So she looks at Chomsky and says, she says, why were the forces of the Steel Shadow in here? And why do they think that someone in here may have stolen something from them?
The Steel Shadow.
Yes.
Is that what their names was? They were very aggressive.
Just Steel Shadow sounds familiar to me. Is that
You have
feel
heard
like-
of them before, yes.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. I was like, I don't know if that's just yeah. Okay.
You probably don't know much about them, but you've definitely
Right.
heard their name several times in passing.
You seem really tense. You should just sit down. Like, we can do the drum circle together. I'm sure there's another bucket.
Would you like an ale?
She says, "No,
It's
I
really
need
quite
to
soothing.
know the truth. Why do they think that something was stolen? What's going on? We've heard rumors that something happened, and we're trying to figure out what happened."
Tell her the truth.
Also,
My God.
where's Darian? She looks around. I thought he was staying with you.
Do I hear? That?
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely hear this. I mean, the secret
knock-
door isn't
Oh.
airtight.
Can I knock on the wall? Like,
He's
like put
he's
two
here.
knocks?
Yeah. So you knock on the wall. She suddenly looks over to the wall and says, "What was that?" She kind of puts her hand on her
That-
weapon.
That's
I
Darian.
will
That
open the door. The secret door.
All right. So light shines in, and you see Darian, or she would see Darian next to these two guys who are unconscious, tied up. She looks at Darian and says, "What happened?"
Well, a lot of stuff happened, Amira, and I kind of walked back into the room.
Darian, if I may.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Yes, these thieves, they are. They tried to convince us to join their operation. They stole something. And it's weird. I don't. One of them got away. But I think we got a chance to look at it with using a magic eyes, not me, not my thing. But they were these maybe relic tablet type things.
Stone tokens, I think.
Stone tokens. Like stone tokens.
She says, "Stone tokens. May I
Two
see
chests
them?"
of them. Would I have
don't
noticed
know where they.
now? In
They're
the
hidden.
when I was in the
Were you hiding, Gal, when you were in the secret passage, or were you just kind of standing over there?
I was hiding because no one but the unconscious elves could see me in the dark, so I did not.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I
And then
guess
since
Darian wouldn't have dark vision, so there's no way he'd see you up there, probably. He might hear you, though. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
okay, give me a second.
And what's your passive, Darian?
14.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if he heard something. So he probably wouldn't have gone wandering around in darkness. Okay, yeah, so he probably had heard some noises coming from the north, maybe made him a little bit nervous, but he probably didn't see Gao, so he's not sure who was over there. In any case, she says, yeah, where are these stone tokens? Where are
One
they
of our
now?
companion. Say one of our companions has them right now. He should be
Yeah,
making his way back.
For safekeeping.
She
Now,
says the-
Since I was away further up north, can I hear anything besides mumbling of conversation?
You probably would have seen the secret passage open, and at this point there'd be light coming in, so you'd probably see Darian there for a moment before he steps back into the room.
Never forget the drums. You definitely hear a low
yeah.
drumming.
Yeah,
I could hear it without.
But you don't hear any. You probably don't hear the words. They're not speaking loud enough that you'd hear.
That's
them
what I
back there.
thought. And I'm not going to come closer to here yet. I'm being cautious.
All right. She says, "Whatever was stolen, the Steel Shadow are keeping it quiet, which is strange, because usually, if something was stolen, they would tell us right away, and there would be a bit of a reckoning. So, for whatever reason, they don't want us to know what they had that was taken, which makes me curious."
That means, in at least my line of work, that means it's either very valuable or very important.
Possibly. Well, do you know where your friend is with the tokens? Or is he in hiding?
Stone somewhere. Last I checked.
Well, there's definitely been some arguing between the Steel Shadow and the Midnight Pyre for them coming into the hotel and bothering you as you're under the Midnight Pyre's protection. But also the council, or not the council, but the Silent Circle is trying to figure out who was stealing from some of the, or who had done the theft, because there's not supposed to be theft among people who are using this place. It's one of the agreements of using the shadow market is to not steal from, or the factions not to steal from each other and start fights. So
If you give me enough time to rest, I might, well, I might be able to suggest them to confess, but that will wear off, so maybe they go crazy. I don't know.
says, well, keep it quiet for now. I'm not going to report on anything just yet. I want to find out what those stone tokens are. That'll probably help me figure out what our next move should be. Just keep your heads down for now, and don't tell anyone else any of this. None of the staff saw what you did, right?
No.
Okay. So the only ones who know are you and those two Shatter Kai.
Yep.
Do you think you'll be okay holding them prisoner?
They could wake up while we're sleeping.
All right.
Well,
If
She
you can take them, please take them.
She
Yeah, you can
steps
take 'em,
in and sort of looks up and down the secret passage. At this point, she does look right at you, Gao, and she says,
I set a box down and wave.
"Oh, I think I see one of your friends in there. Fascinating. I didn't even know this passage was in here.
Neither did I.
Excuse me, could you come over here?"
Yeah. I was already picking up the boxes to bring him in.
Alright, so you come down the hallway. She nods and says, "These are the boxes they stole?"
Yes.
And she takes a close look at them.
I looked into them from the outside, and they are Raven Queen relics.
Her eyes widen a bit. She says, "Oh, yes, that would make sense as to why they did not want to be discovered having these. Someone stealing these from the Empire could be accused of treason." She looks at the lock and says, "I would guess that they took these directly from one of the churches. I can see it looks like some symbols here."
I did not open them.
That was probably smart. There's probably a reason why they haven't opened them yet. I would guess there's magics on these to protect them, if there truly are relics inside. I'm surprised you were even able to look into them. It seems like an oversight by the church. Usually magic would be used to prevent scrying.
Dodge a bullet there.
So what you're saying is the Steel Shadow stole something from the church, and
from
these
the
two
Vivian Empire, yes.
young fellows here then stole that from the Steel Shadow.
She says if they truly are relics, then these are what would be used to create new settlements within the Shadowfell, if they are Raven Queen or the Raven Queen relics. How do you know what Raven Queen relics look like? She says, suddenly looking to you, Gal.
I've been her servant through her enterprises, whatever you would like to call it.
I see. Well, I have to think. I'm not sure what to do with these, but we're in a very precarious situation. We definitely don't want the Empire to find out we have these, unless we are going to try to return them and say that we're doing this for the Empire. But I don't know if
That
that's
is
the best move right now.
my bias is to do that, but I'm not in charge here.
I think this is a perfect opportunity for you to leverage our use to your superiors. What better power peace has been given than this? Truly, this must buy us some sort of credibility.
As well, the Silent Circle is already impressed with your work taking out those cultists in the mountains. But I don't think I can tell my people about this. That could be dangerous.
You don't even trust those around you.
It's not that I don't trust them. It's complicated. This is not an ordinary situation.
Shadow governments usually don't deal with overt governments that well.
Yeah.
I would also hate for them to pin this on us rather than view us as the saviors.
Yes, and there is always the chance of something like that happening. Though I don't see why they do that. You all seem like you've been helpful to our group, but
Have
go ahead.
Has anybody asked these two if they're servants of the church or the empire, or gone through their clothes to find out any evidence of who they serve?
Remy is quite skilled. We were going to let him do that, but
Okay.
She says, "Well, they don't look like priests. My guess is they're just two rogues who got in way over their head."
They seemed a little surprised that it wasn't treasure in those boxes, or not the treasure they were expecting.
They did.
She says, "Well,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Go
I
ahead.
will need a night. I will need a night's rest to be able to do anything probing their minds.
Need rest.
Yeah.
Any way to keep those others out so we can rest?
Well, the Steel Shadow have already moved on. I think they're still searching. They aren't really being forthcoming as to what they're looking for, but now it makes a whole lot more sense.
Gal will close the secret door. And does anybody know how to jam these so people can't sneak in behind us?
She says, "Well, I don't know if
go
anyone
ahead.
actually knows about that passage, but I guess
It seems like people do.
Well, I know they knew about it, but I mean, we've been using these ruins for, well, quite a while, and we've never even known about this. This wouldn't be the first time something like this was discovered, though. The ancient peoples who lived here had all sorts of secret passages they used to travel through the underground. In any case, I need to. Go ahead.
Let's not obscure it. Let's leave it open. Just someone sleep against the door, maybe.
Well, we should definitely take watches tonight.
She says,
I can also have Carl watch over whatever we need to watch. He doesn't need to sleep.
She says, "I do have some people who I think I can trust who can take these two prisoners as well as hide the boxes for now, the chests."
I would greatly appreciate if you could share what you found out from these prisoners with us, because it's quite curious to me how they got back there and found this passageway and what they were trying to do with these boxes.
And she nods. She says, we could probably move your room just to be safe. Whoever's room this is. Maybe make sure
Oh.
it stays sealed for now.
And what a load off mentally. Seriously, I was getting really worried about having to carry those around. I wasn't quite. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
'Cause I'll look into this and see what our options are. But you may have gained us a very valuable resource, and of course we intend to compensate you for this. So, or I do anyway.
That is what I love to hear. You know that's what I love to hear.
So she looks to Damie or Darian, and she says, "Let's walk. Or come walk with me. I need to go get in contact with some of our other friends."
Yes, ma'am. Now, follow her.
All right. Let me speak to you in the other room for a moment.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
So as she's walking with you, she says, "How much? How? Well, I guess you've only been with these people for a night, but do you think they'll be able to keep this a secret?"
Not sure. They're an odd bunch, and they're just, especially that Remy guy, they're just all over the place in terms of, I don't know, trustworthiness.
Yes, I would agree. There's some strange ones in that group, but it's paramount that no one finds out about this theft or about what you've taken from the Steel Shadow.
Understandable.
I'm a little worried that Remy will say something he shouldn't, but
I'll try to make sure that they stay silent.
all right. Good.
Hopefully, I can gain their trust.
She says, "And did you? Is there anything you could tell me about these two who broke in? Anything that you noticed?"
They try to spin some tale about. I think I know they were lying about a lot of stuff about being there, and how they knew about the passage. They're lying quite a bit, and they're definitely hiding something.
Do you have any idea who they might be working for?
No. Yeah, I have no idea, but
It's unlikely that they would have just known about the passage and that they would have happened upon the information. I can almost guarantee that they were working for someone who knew that was there.
Yeah, they're definitely up to something. They're definitely just didn't make a quick buck.
She says, "I'm gonna look into who else might have known about this relic, but yes, for the time, we'll just do our relics. We'll just do our best to keep things quiet."
Understandable, Amira.
Right.
I will continue with them, and I'll bring you as much news as I can.
All right. So she is going to grab some of her people from basically from the halls where the Silent Circle are, and they are going to come back and, well, I guess we could go back to the other room.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
They're back at natural.
All right. So they would.
Well, actually, I guess we could look through the NPCs in this game.
Yeah,
as
that's
well
right. I
to
just found
check.
an
Yeah.
NPC that I was like, oh yeah, that guy. Oh, and this lady. Yeah.
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 So you did. Okay, so then Uslag would definitely recognize the name. Okay.
Yeah.
So they would go and come back probably maybe 20 minutes later with some of their people, at which point they would take the chests and the two people that are knocked out, unless anyone's going to say anything. Okay.
I'm all about them taking them off our hands.
All right.
Seriously.
So you would be given another room Chomsky, just to make sure you're in a secure place without a secret entrance. And I guess after that, unless someone wants to do anything, I'm just gonna try to pass the evening.
Cool.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Is this our
Sleep.
first rest? Is this our first rest attempt since the battle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're still
just
trying to
checking.
get through your rest.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something earlier in last session that I'd missed.
Okay, so later that night, probably about 1 a.m., everyone's trying to get to sleep. There would be a knock, I'll say maybe at, I don't know, maybe Uslag at your door.
Oh, she's so pissed right now. But yeah, okay. She has to fight down a rage. Who
Why fight it?
disturbed my slumber?
A voice says, it's civil. I needed to, or I wanted to check on you all and see what was going on. I heard there was some kind of struggle. Someone invaded your rooms.
Yep. It's all settled. Honestly. Good night.
It says, is there someone I could talk to about what happened?
If you come back in the morning, please. Fine. She'll like open the door.
Alright, so the small elf man is standing there with his usual smile, and he says, I heard there was a commotion. Someone broke into your rooms? What happened?
Yeah, that
I
Nyara
heard Steel Shadow forces pushed their way into the hotel, is what our people are saying.
Yeah, it was really obnoxious, but they didn't get what they wanted, and they moved on.
What were they looking for?
Well, why don't you want to go ask, do you want to ask Remy or something? Okay, well, so they were looking for some treasure that some thieves stole, but it was... Hold on. Okay, so Carly's confused. Is Civil on the same side as... He's from the Midnight Pyre, yeah?
Yeah, which is a different group from the Silent Circle.
And the Silent Circle took the relics.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Says,
I mean,
did they
The
think
Silent
you?
Circle.
Did they think you stole something? He says.
They no. Well, they thought that there were thieves in the secret tunnels, because apparently there are secret tunnels in your subterranean hideout, if you didn't know. And yeah, so.
Says, well,
But
I don't know much about the shadow market, but I have heard rumors of secret tunnels.
Yeah.
Says,
Yeah.
well, what did that have to do with all of you?
We were just caught up in it. Why do you want to know? I mean, I guess it's sort of your business, because you all
Well, I was just a bit angered that they felt they had the right to barge in on our guests and harass them. So I was just trying to figure out why they would do that.
Yeah. So this Silent Circle's got it taken care of. They were trying to make off with some relics.
It says relics. What do you mean relics?
Yeah, like Raven Queen relics or something like that. Seemed pretty important.
He thinks for a moment. So, are you saying that someone stole Raven Queen relics from the Steel Shadow?
Yep, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Give me a bit of a deception check.
Wait, I thought that's what happened.
It is what happened, but also you're leaving out the part that you were kind of involved.
Oh, I said we were caught up in it. But yeah, okay.
But you didn't say you.
Caught up in it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're okay. I'm
Uh,
assuming
I'm not
you're
really
trying
trying
to.
hide anything. He just hasn't really gotten through to my tired brain right now. I guess.
So he
So
stands
many
there a
names.
moment thinking. He says, "Do you know who took these relics?"
oh god.
I mean, we've trusted this guy, right? This is our ally, so
He's
I'm
one of your allies for sure.
yeah, I don't really
Yes.
know if we have a reason to hide this from him. Uslog's not looking to deceive anyone. She's just trying to figure out like why, like what he needs to know. Yeah. Okay. I would just tell him. I would just tell him everything because
Oh my god.
he's one of
broke
our
me.
allies. I don't know.
You broke me. I'll
She
tell you.
just wants
Just wants to
wants
go
him
to
to let her
bed.
go back to
I
sleep.
just want to go to bed. What do you
He
need to
just
know?
broke you.
All right.
It's wrong. He just broke you.
Well,
All right. So you're gonna
okay,
tell him
we
the
have
whole
no
story.
reason not to trust this guy.
I
So
guess now we do.
I mean, yeah, she was a little confused why he wants to know this
All right.
now.
So you tell him about finding the thieves in the passage and that you helped them do what they were doing, and then you took the relics from them.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Whatever we told Amira, we told Amira we caught the thieves and we took the relics for safekeeping. So I'm gonna tell them that.
Okay. So are you telling him that Amira has the relics?
Oh God. Should I? Yeah.
Because that's what he asked. Who has them now? All
None
right.
of us are there, right? It's just Uslog
No.
and
Can I do
No.
yeah, okay. I was just checking. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Can I do an insight check? When
Are
I
these
tell him-
single bedrooms, or is there a second person in this room with her?
I think everyone has
Why do
their
we
own
gotta lie
rooms.
to everyone? I don't know.
So you tell him that Amira has the relics and that she has the people who broke
Yeah, they
in.
can fight amongst themselves. It's not our problem anymore.
He nods and says,
I'm gonna do an
"Huh,
insight check though, just to see how he's taking this.
sure, give me insight."
Does he seem? Oh yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, he seems like he is taking it all with a grain of salt.
Okay.
He would nod and say, "All right, my apologies. I'll let you get back to bed. Thank you, Uslog."
Yeah.
And he is going to.
Disturb me in the middle of the night again, or I will literally punt you out of this freaking place. Good night. Bye.
All right, so
Slam her door.
nods as you slam the door in his face, and he would leave. All right, so a long rest would pass. Nothing else happens during the evening. It is now the 71st of fall at 7 a.m. as you all wake up quite rested.
Yeah, Uslog's bad mood continues throughout into the morning, and she just starts ranting about how annoying Sybil is to everyone at breakfast.
You tell them what happened.
Yeah. But she's just like, oh,
You
it was so annoying.
did what?
Why would you do
did
that?
You what? What?
I mean, the truth is usually the best route to go.
Oh,
I mean, how much do you guys truly know him, though?
So, what I'm hearing is we have a way to see if there's a leak in the orders, the different groups.
Yeah.
Well, you did save Sybil from entrapment at the northern fortress.
Yeah. I mean, everything that he's done has helped
That's-
us. So Uslog personally has no reason not to trust him. I'm a little bit a little suspicious now, but Uslog is not a deceptionist, if that's even a word.
Yeah.
And she trusts him. So
Well, there is something to be said about chaos. It's the best time for climbing the ladder. I guess now we know that they know that they have it, but they don't know that we know that they know. We must use this to our advantage.
Alright, so what's the plan for today?
We need to go to the
There is a
fort.
captain and go to the fort. Those are the two things that I know that we need to do.
Yeah, someone, one of the, I think it was the captain of the guard, wanted to speak with the group.
We
We're gonna
finished our
get
long
caught
rest,
down.
right?
Long rest.
Yes.
Yeah, you finished the long rest.
Yes.
We don't.
Uh,
Let's
my-
not go to the police. We want to go to the police before we're trying to leave town. Please, no.
No. I was saying what we had to do, not necessarily what we're doing. I'm ready to go leave town right now.
My friends, while I was bored last night, I made these goggles that allow you to see at night. Would any of you want them?
Yes, please. Oh my God, please, yes. Is this me trading out? Is this me trading out the?
Your cloak of protection? Yes.
I don't think
Cool.
the goggles are attunement. Oh, they're. Oh, gotcha. It's an infusement. Never mind.
Thank you so much. I am sneaky. I just always have a light on me, so we won't change that. What are they called? Goggles of what?
Goggles of night?
Night. Perfect. Thank you.
Night after happens after dinner, not night like medieval.
Thank you, Professor. I do love seeing all of your little inventions. Yeah. Yeah, I can't stick with the voice either. Fuck that up.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I just got bored. Made these.
Alright, so when do you want to set off, or do you want to do anything before leaving?
I'm ready to go.
Let's bring
Okay.
it down, yo.
So are you gonna get Xylia?
Yeah.
We'll leave her a note. No, I guess we get her.
I can try to send her, if we have 10 minutes, I can try to get a little mouse to lead her, or to bring a little scroll to her or something, if we don't want to go to the temple.
We can have Ret Pocky deliver it.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
works.
You could also
I
have
can
one of the,
cast sending. I can cast sending, and I can let her know.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I can cast sending if that works for everyone.
I'd rather not go to the temple. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, you could also have one of the Midnight Pyre go for you.
Ooh,
You can
yeah.
ask
Save a
them
spell
to.
slot.
You can just, they could probably just send a servant to go talk to her and let her know what your plan is.
Boy. Yes, you, come here. You look. Yes, I see it in your eyes. You know how to deliver a message. Do you mind? Will you give this message to blah, 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 blah. Excellent. Yes. And here's a pale coin for you. Now, don't get lost.
You want to flag down some random person in the hotel?
Well, no, but one of the people. I mean, we know that it's run by. The people that are hanging out with the
Silence.
I mean, unless we're putting secrets in this message, like I'm pretty sure we could hire most,
Anyone.
most staff or kids on the street to deliver a message for coin.
Where you are, there aren't really kids on the street because you're in this.
Oh, that's right, and they don't care about
area.
Coins either. Yeah.
And everyone upstairs is a socialist, so you'd probably be arrested if you tried to pay them. Money.
Can I ask the barman, the guy who's clearly in, like he's the one who passes the messages on?
Yeah, sure. He says, I could have someone send a message to the temple. You said your friend there, his name is Xylia?
Yep.
Yes, that is correct.
Alright, I'll get a message to her. He takes down the message, and I assume you're just going to tell her to come. Where are you going to have her meet you, I guess?
What entrance are we leaving from? The secret way?
Yeah, so she knows about the secret entrance in the mountains over here where you came in. So I guess you could tell her to meet you there.
Uh, yeah, but do we think we're gonna get past that? Do we think we're gonna get to the fort? So maybe we tell her, if you're gonna meet us within this amount of time, meet us here. Otherwise, we will have passed beyond that point, and you should meet us at the fort. Uh, know that because that's where we're headed.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give her a time frame. Give her a time frame. Be like, if you meet us within this amount of time, we'll be here. Otherwise, we will have already passed beyond that point.
All right. Well, how long are you waiting there for her?
We're not. We're moving. I mean, is she? Wait. Who? We're talking about Xylia right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What, like 30 minutes? An hour?
Yeah, she meets us within the hour.
Yeah.
All right. She did say you better not leave her here.
I
Yes.
still have the ability to cast Sending if something ill comes. Like, we're not just gonna up and leave, but I can still be like, if some issue happens where she gets detained for days at a time, we'll be here.
All right.
She seemed like, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. I don't think that'll
So
happen.
you have them send the message, and you get ready to leave. Going through the Shadow Market, you come out in the rocky area over here. Xylia is not here yet. What do you want to do? It's now about probably 9 a.m. It's been a couple hours for you to eat and get ready.
Can I make some light stones?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the spell.
Cool. I have the Tinker's thing.
So yeah, you can make light stones.
That thing.
Are we trying to hide right now? Like, are we tucked away?
I mean, you're in the rocky area. It's not easy to see you from the gate. Unless
I'll put
someone
up-
comes down here, they're probably not going to notice you.
I'll put up a silent image of rocky terrain to cover us that matches what's around us.
Alright.
And I'll keep it up.
So how long are you going to wait here for Xylia?
The hour that we said.
Okay. The hour would pass, and she's not here yet.
I think we
I
wait
can
longer.
I can cast Sending to check on her.
Do it.
Yeah, I'd say do that. Just be
All right.
sure.
Yeah, I will spend a 3rd level spell slot, and I will cast Sending.
Alright, so you chant summoning magical energies as you touch your copper wire. Go ahead and type out the message you're sending to her. You can whisper it to me, or yeah.
Okay.
Wah, 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 wah.
During the hour, would I be able to make a music box as well?
How long does it take per item to make?
1 hour. This is different than the stones above. The stones, I think, is 1 action.
Yeah, sure. Alright, so
Imagine that's
That's what you get back.
oh come on. All right.
What happened?
He got robotic
She-
boops and beeps back.
Yeah, exactly. She's securing some potions for her sickness. The priests are helping her. I imagine she's probably at a temple then, and she still asks us to wait. She didn't give it. She didn't tell me how long it would take, unfortunately.
I think she ran out of words if she tried to tell you more.
We have to
So,
I guess
do you
we
want
wait.
to wait, or what do you want to do?
No harm in waiting.
All right.
wait.
So, some time is passing. Give me a d20 roll.
Me?
Just anyone.
Anybody?
Whoever's bravest.
D20 for events to see if something happens while you're waiting.
Natural 20, Arapel.
Okay.
Oh, look
so,
at this cache of magic items that's just right next to us. No, I'm just kidding.
So another hour passes. It's now 10 a.m. When you see Xylia coming towards the group. She says, apologies, that took much longer than I thought it would. Thank you for waiting for me. She looks back. She says, I don't think I was followed. Are we ready to go?
Finally, yes.
Alright, so the group is doing some overland travel. Heading back north to the fortress you originally came in from.
Does exhaustion affect like overland travel?
No, not really. As long as you aren't restricted in your movement, which none of you are, I don't think. Or how many levels do you have?
Now he's down to 3.
Yay.
3 levels.
So he's at half speed.
I think
He's
that,
got his hit points. He's got his hit points back to max, but he's now half speed still.
yeah, I think that actually
my
would
God.
slow you down a bit. So it will probably take longer to move with Arapel as slow as she is.
I don't think Carl can carry you because Arapel's quite dense.
So give me, I'll take up to 2 survival checks to help navigate the terrain.
That ain't me, babe.
I can do that. Anything else?
I was going to say I could offer to give her help with that.
Cool.
Alright, go ahead and give me a survival check. The way I do help is I just have 2 people roll and take the higher one. Ooh.
Darn.
Alright. So, luckily, Uslog does pretty well navigating the terrain. It's very dark, but several of the things that are true in the prime material plane are also true here. I do need another d20 roll to see if anything happens during the day.
I'll do it.
And do you have anyone scouting ahead? Or are you just
Remy
moving
can.
in a group?
Remy has no problem. Like he'll probably just like dance off, like kind of doing like a little bit of like a running, kind of like just
Remy's dancing
spin,
the whole
and then
time.
just disappears into the bush. And I'll roll a stealth roll if you want me to do that, and then scout ahead.
You don't have to roll just yet, but we can say that you're scouting ahead, keeping an eye on things.
I will say that I create a mental connection with Usalog,
and I will say, I won't be far away. This will last for about 10 minutes. Let me know if anything happens. I'll do the same.
Okay. Will do.
Were you saying something, Gal or Darian?
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was looking. I'm not seeing my pseudo dragon on the things to grab.
It's under resources. I moved it to resources. Alright, so you're moving through the forest and then kind of out onto the wasteland plains as you get farther north. You come upon... What's your passive perception, Remy?
Trash. 11.
Well, you don't have to pull your familiar out here.
Sorry,
You can say he's here. You don't need to necessarily have...
I didn't mean to. I was just trying to figure. Oh, so there it was, and grabbed it just instinctually. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. So what'd you say your passive perception was, Remy?
11.
All right. So Uslog, as you are walking, what's your passive perception?
15.
You see, and you don't have dark vision, right?
No.
All right. So it's getting
I
kind of
have
late.
Remy has dark vision now.
Yeah. You just don't have a very good passive perception. Does
my
anyone?
passive is 19.
19. All right, so Chomsky, as you are walking, you think you notice something in the distance, probably about 50 feet or so from the group, off to the west a little. It's getting dark out, so it's getting harder to see. I mean, it's always pretty dark here, but at nighttime it just gets really dark. What do you want to do? Like something
Guys.
on the ground in the distance.
You guys
Might
see
be
that
a
over in the
body.
distance there? Alright, point it out to the rest of the group. You guys see that over there? What is that? We should be careful because I'm not familiar with the evils of the Shadowfell.
It's hard for me to see.
Remy is scouting ahead, completely unaware.
Oh, I would mentally message Remy, hey, Chomsky sees something. Maybe stop. Just, for a second. We don't know what it is.
All right, do you want to go
Right.
check it out?
Yes.
Okay, so the group heads over there, and you would see there are several Shatterkai who are laying on the ground. Looks like they have been killed. No visible signs of how, though.
And I'll perform a medicine check to see.
Okay.
Draws her weapon.
You're not getting much. There's no obvious, like, cuts on them or bruises. They're just sort of laying there.
Well, I want to.
From physical damage, go ahead.
I want to check their bodies, see if they have it.
Give me a. I guess you don't need a perception. You just search them real quick. You would find they do have some pale coin, and one of them you would recognize as being a fellow member of the Silent Circle. You don't know who the others are, though.
Gao has his pseudo dragon start searching around the area, just keeping an eye, see if there's anything unusual.
I tell the rest of the party that one of them's with the circle.
You say they're just lying there. They are dead. They just don't have obvious, like, physical wounds, right?
Yeah, they're not breathing.
Okay.
Xylia says, "Why would the Silent Circle be this far away from town?" She kind of looks at Darian.
Maybe a scouting mission, or not sure.
Perhaps we should
I just
check
look
for
on the ground.
residual magic.
Yeah.
Do I have 10 minutes? Are we in a rush? Can I take my time?
Can I search for tracks, like footsteps?
As long as we are in a defensible position and not somewhere we could easily be set upon.
Cool.
You can make a perception check if you want to look for signs of passage.
Gotcha.
Would you like me
Can
to
I
talk to
begin
them?
ritually casting detect magic?
Alright. You gonna try to talk to them, you said?
That'd be cool. I didn't say that, but
Yeah, Gao is. I'm just looking through my character sheet because I thought I had that ability. Or I'm confusing characters. One of the two.
I never thought about it, but that could be a pretty interesting skill. Especially when it's someone who might not actually be like an enemy to us. They might tell us more than in the other cases I've seen that spell used.
Yeah, I have at will speak with the dead, so I'm just. I could see it on my D&D Beyond. I was just trying to find it on my Roll20 character sheet. Whispers of the Grave. There we go.
Okay.
At will is pretty sweet. Like, holy cow.
Could you link the spell?
I'm looking it up right now.
So you could probably add it to your spell book if you click and drag it from the compendium, and then you can just cast it from there easily. Let me take a look at your sheet. This is Gal, right?
Correct.
Okay. Speak with dead. Is that level 2 or 3?
Third level necromancy.
Okay. Speak
My
with
hands are
dead.
off. Yeah, I was trying to.
And
Thank you.
Description. Yeah, so if you want to. Oh, wait. Oh, because you're a warlock. That's why. I was like, where's all your spell levels? Alright, so you cast Speak with Dead. Oh, and you would have 3 spell levels now, I believe, because you just did a long rest, didn't you?
Yes.
Alright, it's marked as 1. I think,
Which it shouldn't be. It's at will since it's the invocation.
no, I just mean in your spell list, you're supposed to have, I think, 3 level 5 spells, right?
Correct.
So you're marked as 1 of 3. If you press the long rest button, I think it will automatically put you back up to full. Yeah, that fixed it. Okay. So you cast Speak with Dead. Which one of these are you trying to speak with?
Did Darian identify which one he was talking about?
Yeah.
I'm going to speak with that person.
Okay, so the member of the Silent Circle.
Yes.
So this takes 1 action. So what are you asking him?
Who killed you?
So as you cast the spell, the corpse suddenly sits up. And you say, who killed you?
Creepy.
The corpse would look at you and say, how would he answer this?
And if he answers in Elvish, I actually know Elvish.
yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
The rest of us will just like look on and have no idea what's happening because
Well, you would see the corpse sit up, which looks really creepy, and look to him. How would he answer this, though?
So I'm going to give you all my questions. I'm going to ask him: who killed you? How many? What they take? Um, those are the questions I have that I'll be asking him. I will let you work the story how you want to around those questions.
So he says, I did not see them, but something struck us. Some malevolent magic. And then we were gone. And what's your second question? And you all heard this. What language did you ask him in?
I think you might be muted. Yeah.
Oh, are you muted?
Thank you. I asked in common, but if he didn't answer it, then I asked it in Elvish.
So he would have answered in common then. Apparently he spoke
Okay.
common. And yeah, what's your second question?
What did they take from you? Well, no, my question is, what were you carrying?
I was leading our allies back to New Havisgard.
Anything you want us to pass on to your superiors?
There is a malevolent entity that has taken hold of the wastelands to the north. Be cautious.
I look to the rest of the party. Anything else that you guys might be able to? I'm kind of in not. I'm questioning the party without questioning the party because I don't want the soul to think I'm asking it a question.
I tell Gal to ask him what's his name.
You would actually know this guy's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You
I
have
pick-
met him before. He was one of the, I want to say the lower. He was a fairly skilled rogue, but also someone who was skilled in traversing nature or the wastelands of the Shadowfell.
Gotcha.
You're not sure what they had him doing out here, but apparently he was escorting allies of the group.
Okay.
I ask of the corpse, how many were in your party going north?
I traveled to the north myself. I was bringing others back from the north.
Ask him who they took. Names could be quite useful.
I see. You said how many corpses did you say were here, DM?
There are 5 total, him and 4 others.
There are 5 dead here. Is anyone missing?
The creatures consumed some. We escaped, but we did not get far.
Is that number 4 or number 5?
That was number 5, I believe.
Thank you.
So
Please-
with that,
Please rest.
Yeah, with that, he would just kind of lay back down and once again go cold or go still.
So, should I continue doing this with the other 4? Or do we have time?
Let
What
us
did we learn?
let us determine what specific information we need. If we are going to do this again, let us plan the questions.
Yes.
What
Agreed.
sort of creature would have done this?
Exactly.
Xylia says. I know I was out within these plains at one point, but nothing attacked me. Nothing like this, anyway.
Yes, perhaps a question to try to gain more information of what he experienced that he is calling a malevolent
He
presence.
did say that he didn't see it, so I doubt we'll get much
I'm
on
not
that
asking
Why did
him.
why did he call it a malevolent presence? Like what gives him that impression, you know? What was the experience? I don't know.
I
Maybe
was going to look
non-searchable.
ask one of the others. Sorry, Darren, I cut you off. What?
Oh no, you're good. I was just saying it could be something just far beyond them, or something I don't know, strange. But that's it.
Yeah. I don't know how many more questions we actually have that we expect to get much from, but we could try
Yeah.
and see if any of the others saw more, but
I can ask up to 5 questions each time I use it. I can use it often thanks to my patron. But I agree that we need to be more exacting than what we heard from this last guy.
Alright, well, yeah, what do you want to do? Do you want to talk about what you want to ask? Do you want to cast him again?
Does any one of the dead look like they were looking back in fear or anything like that? Like, did they fall facing north?
No, most of them look like, it actually, what's weird is if you, look at the tracks, which I think, I guess Chomsky could try to take a look, and you could use survival to find out more about that.
Well, I will try my survival.
I was talking more about, I mean, anyone can roll it, I guess, but I assume the barbarian would have
Chomsky,
a
you're
better
muted.
one.
And
Yeah,
Chomsky has like a passive of 19. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Just my perception is 19.
yeah, if anyone sees anything, I can check it out, but
Uh,
it's not as
we looked at these bodies. We searched them. We found pale coin. We didn't find any letters or anything on them.
No, it doesn't
Or
look like they were really looted. You would have found some pale coin, but not much, probably like 30 or so.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it might have just been a monster of the Shadowfell. That's kind of what it sounds like.
So Chomsky, did you want to? I guess you would just notice. So it doesn't look like they were running from anything. It looks like they were walking.
Sorry. Cool. They were walking away. So it must have surprised him.
Or maybe
Killed them all
they
instantly.
got tired. I guess. Yeah. So Chomsky points that out. I guess. Or not Arapel. Uslog. You can do a survival check and see if you notice anything else. If you want.
of course. Yeah.
Okay.
any change in their footsteps, like they started dragging them or anything, show that they're, besides suddenly dropping here?
So it looks like they were moving slowly, either possibly because they were injured or maybe something was preventing them from moving quickly. You don't see any other tracks. There's nothing nearby them. And then
All right.
suddenly they just kind of lay down on the ground. Like nothing hit them. They just kind of laid here and died.
And you said there was no sign of physical injuries on them, correct?
Not that you saw with your check.
Okay. So while those two, Chomsky and Uslug, are checking out the ground, why don't we strip the bodies to see if they've been puncture wounds or anything like that?
Alright, so Arapel, with your 19, you get the impression that they took heavy amounts of necrotic damage. and that might be what killed them. Especially if you start to look under their clothes a bit, they seem very withered.
Okay, yeah, he would share this observation.
Hmm.
I don't mean to be crass or anything, however, we are on a time frame, aren't we? I say let the dead lie, and I'd rather put a little bit of space in between them and myself.
I agree.
If we're moving the same way they came from, we should watch their footsteps to see when they've changed from being regular walking to dragging.
Dead. Yes.
And this creature could still be here. Who knows? I definitely don't want to fight something that kill 5 people instantly.
Yeah.
Xylee
Well,
says
that there were more and that they were consumed.
we should probably bring their bodies back, but maybe on the way back. If they're not found by then. I assume Darian would want us to bring his people back to the Silent Circle, right? I don't know if you
Yeah.
knew this person.
Yeah, I do.
That assumes that we make it back at all. Let's get out of here.
Darian, do you have any rituals that you must perform over people who have passed?
Well, would we? DM?
I don't know how religious Darian is. I think it would be more Gao who would be the religious one, right?
Do I
But-
know if this person was like a worshiper of the Raven Queen or anything like that?
I mean, he was another member of your
Yeah.
your guild. You didn't know him well. You just maybe talked to him a few times.
Gotcha. You definitely. I definitely feel something for him. I will ask Gal to, like, I guess, say a prayer for him. Or something.
May the Raven Queen hear their souls and grant them peace.
Alright, so you do a little bit of a quiet prayer over the fallen to bring them to the afterlife, and then heading north some more.
So,
Yep.
I have not traveled with you in the wilds. Is there a special, like, who always scouts, who always watches the back? Anything like that?
I can
I
scout.
am mainly with dark vision, so I'm stealthy. I'm not perceptive, however, but I can stealth with someone else.
Yeah, Uslug's usually busy, like helping guide and track.
I'll stick to the back. Far back.
Okay. So you're guiding and tracking with Remy. Uslog, you are guiding and tracking with Remy?
Well,
What are you? Wait. What are your skills as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm also stealthy, and I'm a little more perceptive than you, but I'm probably not as stealthy as you. I am fairly.
So the guide generally wants to be good at survival. You can have scouts that are kind of circling the party, keeping an eye on things. They generally want to be good at stealth and perception to be able to hide and to see threats coming.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm usually the guide, but I could be.
Gal, if that's Gal, yeah. What are you? Are you good at perception, stealth, anything like that?
He knocks on his armor, not stealth, so I will have Ret Paki fly out, and if you're okay with him using limited telepathy to communicate with you, whoever's in the front.
So
You could
kinda
also, like, fly up.
have him fly above and keep an eye out.
Yeah.
That's what I plan to do, but ahead, above and forward of the party, as opposed to directly over the party.
Alright, so it's a little bit more difficult in the Shadowfell because you can't see as far due to the darkness.
Yep.
But being up above does still grant some advantages. So as you're, so he's going up. Um, you have Uslog kind of as the guide, and who is helping Uslog?
Remy will
Also,
help.
I can help.
Xylia says she also has some survival ability if no one else wants to help Uslog.
also,
Yeah,
I'll
let her do that, and I'll just
Yeah.
scout out stealthily to the side.
Okay.
I'll tell Rat Pocky mentally to go invisible while doing this.
Okay. Is anyone else doing any of the jobs, or the rest of you just staying with the group?
I'm riding Carl and keeping an eye out.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep up.
So you, as you continue, it's getting late now. It's probably about 7 a.m. So getting pretty close to dusk, or sorry, 7 p.m. You see that these tracks, if you're watching them, look like as you go further north, following them, looks like the people were running at one point, and then they slowed down. So as you are kind of following the trail, keeping an eye on it, Uslog, you would note that at least some point these people were running. Then maybe they got tired and started walking much slower.
Yeah, I'd point that out. This is the point where they began to slow.
Give me another perception check. Okay. So it's getting kind of late. Do you want to set camp, or do you want to try to push through the night?
How much farther do we have to the fort?
2 days.
Well, it sounds like we should try to find somewhere to set up a camp.
Yeah, we can find somewhere safe, but I don't really like the idea of camping near where these people were set upon. By
I
some
totally agree. And off the road if we can.
Yeah.
You
There are no
seem the
roads
would
up
be
here.
type.
This is all off-road.
Off
We
the
should have been
trail.
covering our tracks, I suppose.
But
But
you can look for a place that might be more safe to camp. Or you can take a few hours to get really far away, like maybe go back south, however you want to do it.
I think we'd go either like east or west, kind of a little bit. See if we can find somewhere.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah, something nearby for sure.
Yeah, we don't want to go back, but maybe somewhere off to the side a little.
Alright, so Xylia says, let's see if we can find someplace hidden. Give me a survival check, Uslog, or whoever wants to help her.
Yes, I'm gonna need some help.
Alright, so you find a spot. It's not the best, but it's sort of out of the way. She says, I think this will do.
Well, maybe no fires tonight. I don't really like this.
She says, I'm assuming you all brought food, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you set up camp. You would go to sleep and make sure you each spend a day's worth of rations so you can stave off starvation.
And we would set up watches.
Yeah, and I think I do have a watch rotation for the group, right?
It might need to be updated.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. Group info. Group notes. Oh yeah, this definitely needs to be updated. I think most of these people are not here anymore. So who's quartermaster? That's
It's Chomsky.
That's
I
Chomsky,
think it
right?
is me. Yeah.
Alright, so Chomsky, go ahead and let me know who's doing what watch. There's evening, night, and morning watch.
Looks like-
Night's the darkest, evening and morning do have some light. It's in
Well, it's
group
usually,
notes.
The evening.
Hey,
I can change.
do we need to Do we need to break in living standard right now? Because I know we integrated that like last session. Or the session
You
before.
don't have to pay that when you're outside the cities. Outside the cities, you just do food.
FYI, there's also watches and guides and scouts and stuff listed under group info. So it seems to be in two places.
That's where I'm looking.
Well, it's in group notes and then it's in group info. It's in two different things.
Oh. It's in
Oh,
two
I'm
places.
having trouble finding them.
Alright, I guess,
Gal will take the night watch, the second watch. I don't know who else with him, but since he has not stood a watch with the group.
Alright, I'm going to delete the group notes one and let you use the group info one. It's under group info, under character info.
How often I take evening?
Group info, there it is. Cool. I see.
Yeah, so far it's Remy and Uslog on evening. Carl and Chomsky on night.
So we have morning.
I can
we
take
need
whatever,
these.
And you
whatever you
can,
want.
you can take more than 2 people per watch if you want. It's just no one can take more than 1 watch if they want to.
I mean, technically, Arapel is aware of his surroundings throughout the rest, so he's kind of going to be on all 3.
Yeah, I guess you could put Arapel on all 3.
And Carl.
Who's Carl?
Carl's the robot of Professor Chomsky.
Gotcha.
Is an artificer guy.
Thank you. I'll stand whatever.
Well, Gao, Damien, or Darian, would you mind taking the morning watch with Arapel and Carl?
I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Just remember though that for the next few nights, Arapel is at disadvantage. In the next couple nights.
Okay.
She is exhausted.
I know what she feels like.
And with respect to the rations, we'll pull those out of the bag of holding.
Okay. So you take 7 days worth of rations from the party's treasury to feed everyone the night.
Cool.
I don't think I require any, and Arapel does have a few extra in his bag, in his compartment if we do end up needing them.
Alright, so it would be 5 days of rations then. Alright, so night is passing. No campfire. You're trying to keep things dark and quiet. Alright, so it is the 3rd watch as you're approaching dawn. A small amount of light can be seen. When something odd happens. As you're sitting there, it feels like it gets very cold all of a sudden. The people awake right now
Yes?
are Gao, Darian, Arapel, and Carl. And as you look around, what you initially thought was just wasteland, it now seems like you are surrounded by snow.
What?
My senses have registered a abrupt change in temperature.
There's a chill
Wait.
wind, and as you kind of look up, you're in some sort of forest. This wasn't here a moment ago.
Wake everybody.
Who did you say was awake?
This is morning, so it's Gao, Darian, Arapel, and Carl. Here, I'll give you a map. Because this definitely seems odd.
A rush to wake up Remy and Uslog.
Gao is trying to identify if there's anything moving while they're waking people up.
So looking
Remy
around,
immediately becomes a snow mound.
Uslog immediately draws her weapon. And nudges Chomsky awake. Something's happening.
Uh-oh.
May I use a divine sense?
Oh no.
Alright, so you're all. Well, the ones who are awake right now, we'll start with that. Darian, Gao, and Arapel, right? You said you're immediately going to try to wake everyone else up?
Yeah.
Gao said for everybody to wake everybody else up while he's watching, looking around to see what's coming, if there's any motion or anything.
So it is odd because it felt like one moment you were just sitting in darkness, and suddenly everything got very cold around you, and you feel like you're in a forest area. Gao, you actually recognize this place.
Home?
This looks a lot like your home. A forest that you knew as a child. In fact, it's almost identical. And you even see some what appear to be caribou grazing to the west of you.
Okay, Sandman.
I ask Arapel, do you see that object, and I start pointing at the map. Do you see all these things?
I'm assuming we see the same things.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yes, you do. And
Then
you
Arapel
said-
would, yeah, answer affirmatively to your questions. Go ahead.
Something's wrong. This is from home before I came to the Shadowfell. Uslog. Is Uslog awake yet?
Yeah, everyone's starting to stir and coming to in this weird snowy place.
What's happening? Where are we?
I think something's in my head.
How's your head out here? Can I?
This looks like home to me.
So-
Before Shadowfell home.
Gao, you feel a bit odd, and you would all see like a weird magic start to swirl around Gao. Gao, give me a wisdom save, please.
Come on, baby, Grandpa needs a new pair of dentures.
Come on, Dentures.
Ooh.
For your divine sense,
I'd like to. Can I use my reaction? Can I use my reaction, actually?
To do what?
Oh, never mind. I can't do that. It's not when he fails. I apologize. Never mind.
So Arapel, just real quick for your divine sense, you don't see anything near you that looks like celestial, fiend, or undead.
I don't sense anything. Okay.
No. But there is a swirl of magic, and suddenly Gao disappears.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Is there an indentation in the snow where he was?
Or he was just standing,
Wait.
yes. I need initiative rolls. And Gao, you are someplace new. If you look around the map, you should see yourself.
So I'm still doing initiative.
Yeah, give me an initiative roll.
Would I have had time to pull out my shield?
Yeah, sure.
Weapon.
You could grab your stuff. You'd probably be a little freaked out.
My disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws would affect initiative, correct?
Yes, that's an ability check.
That's what I thought.
Okay, I think I have everyone. So Darian, you would be the first to act. So you see there's like a pop of energy as Gao just is gone. What do you want to do?
I take out my bow and I walk forward over here
Okay.
and kind of scout.
Oh, and it is light out, as if it's like daytime.
Lou, I didn't click my character before, so Gao's initiative is 11, but it didn't pop up on the turn order.
Go ahead and just roll again.
Okay.
I'll just take whatever you get this time.
weird.
Okay, it's pretty close to what you were at. So you move over this way with your bow out. The caribou seem a bit spooked by you. Looks like they're starting to move away. Gnome. Well, are you doing anything else, Darian?
No.
Oh, and also the snow seems to be making it hard to move, so you're at difficult terrain moving half speed through it.
Oh my god. The Arapel can move 1 square at a time.
Arapel's getting, Miri's getting flashbacks. Alright, so did you want to do anything else, Darian? You still have your action.
No.
Okay. Gnome, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna expend half my movements to jump on Carl
Okay.
and yell, "Onward, my valiant steed!" and move forward right there. And then as an action,
You know what? I'll say the snow is not deep enough to be difficult terrain, so never mind. It's normal movement.
oh, Arapels. Do I know that Arapel's still moving slow?
Oh yeah, well you've seen her moving slowly this whole time.
Cool. Then I'm gonna hang back somewhat close to Arapel. Would I be able to use my action to like look around and try to figure out what's going on, or do like an Arcana check? This seems like magic.
You can do an Arcana check as a bonus action.
Cool. Then I will do that.
But did you give your creature a command to move?
Yes.
Isn't that a bonus action?
I thought it was only an attack.
Okay, I'm not sure.
I will check. Let me.
I'll skip to Gao for now.
Cool.
So you found yourself, right?
Yes, I had my mic muted.
So there is a large mammoth near you, which seems to be staring pretty intently at you. And you seem to be in a different part of the forest. You look around and you don't see your friends anywhere. What do you want to do?
When I looked around, was there only the mammoth?
Well, you kind of see what you see here. You're kind of in the middle of a bunch of
Yeah.
wooded
Okay.
area.
Good. I'm going to slowly, cautiously, go to there, and I was thinking, and if the mammoth charges me, I'm going to duck into the trees more to give it more objects to run into than a orc.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sing some tribal orcish songs from my tribe.
Okay.
From the Talashia out loud, writing myself for whatever war or hunt or what's not coming. Basically hunting songs, but not aggressive towards the mammoth.
All right. So you sing some hunting songs. This forest definitely looks familiar, almost how you remember it exactly in your mind.
Oh, and I'm singing in Orcish to make sure, so I think only one person would understand me if they could hear me. But
All right. Uslog, what's your passive perception?
15.
You would hear some kind of singing coming from far away to the west. It's carrying on the winds.
All right. I would say to the others, I hear singing. It's an Orcish. Only one guy I know that knows Orcish to the west. And I would start heading west. Just straight west. And then I'll just I think I'm just going to use my action to just keep going.
Okay.
Because I don't see any. Do I see that thing? Okay.
What thing?
I see
This?
something on that.
Yeah, you see a large tusked mammoth in the snow to the northwest of you.
Okay.
Did my Arcana check reveal anything?
Were you able to do it,
I
or had you used your
I
bonus action?
Carl's movement is not an action because right? I copy and pasted text.
Yeah, it says he can move and use a reaction on his own. It's only if he tells him to do an action other than dodge that it
Okay.
takes his bonus action.
Sure. So what was your Arcana check? 29. You think that there's definitely some kind of magic at play here, but it's not exactly an illusion because you can definitely feel the cold of this place.
Cool. Then I'll let the party know. I don't know what type of magic this is. That'll be what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you move north, Uslag. Anything else?
Yep. I just making sure that I have my weapon drawn. For some reason, my token, I can't like mark it as two-handed.
That's fine. It's only supposed to be one now. So
Oh,
that just
okay.
means you have a melee weapon.
Yeah. Okay. And that is my action.
Okay. Remy, what are you gonna do?
I really, really hate it when people get in my mind. I think what he's gonna do, is he's about to fireball a bunch of elk.
All right.
Or elk.
Yeah, he senses this, he's like, no, we didn't get transported, we didn't get teleported. Someone's in my mind. Let's burn it. So where, there we go. 20-foot radius. He is going to burn. Actually, he wants to catch some of the trees on the edge as well. And he just wants to just look at it and just point one hand out with holding an orb, and just be like, burn.
All right.
And then
So go ahead and cast the spell with the description, then go ahead and click it. So a fireball goes, or a little bead of fire goes flying from your finger to the spot and explodes in the area for 26 fire damage. Almost immediately, the creatures there are consumed in flame and die. But strangely, two of them don't seem to die. They just sort of fade away. And you see something else there now.
Ooh.
oh.
Uh-oh. Never mind. I take it back.
So they have to make a dex save.
Fuck
And I
yeah.
think you recognize these creatures. You've seen them before. The first one makes it, taking 6 points of fire damage, as he seems to be resistant. The second one...
And that should be DC 17, not 16.
Okay. The second one would fail it, but he is resistant, so he takes 13 fire. And this is what they look like. You've definitely seen these before.
Ooh.
And they seem very unhappy that you did that.
Yeah, so I'm not happy to see you either.
So I assume that is it for Remy.
Yep. Actually, he'll take a 5-foot step backwards. Actually, he'll go 10 feet. That's his turn.
Alright, so the Wraith is going to fly upwards, but it can't get to Remy, so it's going to kind of come down over here and go for Arapel. It reaches at you, attempting to drain your life, but it does not. Misses you. The second one here is going to fly north towards Uslag and attempt to attack. 19.
Oh yeah.
You are struck for 27 necrotic, and I need a con save.
Ouch, the goodness.
Yay.
Alright, so it is not life drain, you just take 27 damage. That's it for the Wraith. Arapel.
He was kind enough to come to you.
Well, first off, I will go ahead and move a bit because I don't want to be too far from the party.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to... All right, I'm experimenting with push to talk, and it's really hard to navigate my sheet and push the button, especially since I'm on a trackpad. Anyway, um, do I want to use? Sure, why not? I'm gonna do Spirit Guardians.
Alright, so you summon a bunch of radiant spirits which fly out from you.
They look like little clockwork critters, little squirrels and birds and tiny creatures.
Go ahead and mark yourself with concentration. And give yourself the, 15-foot aura?
And of course, I'm exempting my allies.
I do so many concentrations. It's weird.
When my token got drug out, I had 4 shields on, and I noticed that Carl had a bunch of stuff on him too. The icons are going.
Happen.
The icons are running amok.
All right. Well, it's a little odd. But anything else for you?
Is Darian holding a weapon? I haven't seen
No,
Darian fight,
he
so I don't
doesn't
know what
have
this
a
fighting.
weapon out right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Does
I said
Chomsky?
I took out my bow.
Yes.
Then go ahead and mark yourself with the ranged weapon icon from the list. It's
right,
basically
let me just check
the
something.
gun.
Machine gun.
Uh,
I got it on me.
Yeah, it's,
Sorry, I'm just checking real
it's
quick
like 4 or
for the
5
ability I want to
lines down.
use.
It's this one.
I'm gonna touch Chomsky's weapon and add a chromatic infusion to inflict an extra D4 of poison damage.
Yes. Thank you.
Go ahead and link that. Okay, so the weapon now does the next minute. Alright, so give, I guess put a timer on yourself for that. And that's done for the day. Alright, so that's it for Arapel. Gal. You would hear something moving nearby. And suddenly a creature comes into view next to you, fading in as it attacks you. Let me just check something really quick. Yeah, so it looks like this. A large, toothy abomination.
Ooh, I've never seen that before.
It comes at you with a multi-attack, lashing out with a bite first. 24 versus AC.
19, you hit.
All right, so you try to dodge, but it gets you before you can. Ignore that. Dealing 29 piercing, a nasty hit. It then whips several of its tentacles at you. 26 with the first one would strike for 7, and it wraps you up, grappling you, / restraining you. Second attack, miss you, as luckily even with the restrained you would get out of the way. Third attack would hit you as well, doing another 11 bludgeoning as it continues to kind of pound on you. And the fourth one, that's going to be a crit.
Holy crap.
So another 25.
How you doing?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't think. Well, I don't know if you look wounded yet, but it definitely. Did you apply that to your token? Or do you need those damage totals again?
I was trying to add them all up.
Ah, all right.
It should show now.
So yeah, you take a little bit of a beating from this thing, as it looks like it is trying to smack you around pretty good. Unfortunately, it does grab you. That's it for that thing. Something else acts elsewhere in this place. Top of the round. Darian, what do you want to do?
Okay. I'm going to just move over here and shoot my bow at the thing closest to Arabelle.
Okay. So you take out your bow, aiming at this thing. It would be distracted by Arapel, so you would have sneak attack, I believe, if you hit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 15 would strike. Is your bow magical?
No.
Alright, so he is resistant. Go ahead and give me a damage roll. So he takes 15 points of piercing as he seems to resist the arrow. And it's still looking pretty healthy. Anything else?
No. That's it.
Okay, so that is it for you. Professor Chomsky.
I am going to yell, Uslag, are you okay over there? And then pop off of Carl right there and shoot at this guy. My hand crossbow.
Alright, so 23 would strike. And this thing is magical, right?
Correct.
Alright, so it takes 11 points as you hit it with a crossbow bolt, looking wounded from the attack.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay. Yeah, 26 would strike again, hitting it for another 7 points. It's pretty beat up, but still alive. Anything else?
And then I'm going to tell Carl to scoot around over there and punch.
Okay, so Carl takes up a flanking position. 9 would not be enough, though, and the creature gets out of the way.
Cool. And that is my turn.
Alright, Gao.
So, let's see. Oh yeah, mic's on. Good.
So you are wrapped up with it by this thing. There is some room to move into the forest if you can figure out a way to get away from it. But it does look like it's trying to bite you to death.
So, I'm gonna cast Synaptic Static and target. Let's see, what was it? target this spot right here, so it'll be in it, but I will not.
All right, go ahead and drag the synaptic static on.
It needs to fail an intelligence roll,
All
please.
right.
Unless it has 2 or less intelligence, which I don't think it does.
It does not, no. So there's an AoE for the synaptic static. I think that's a 20-foot radius. Just drag that on. I mean, I guess I know where you're targeting, so yeah, that's fine. You don't have to. So it's going to do a save. In save. If I could find the save button. Of course, it'd be right under the other button. Alright, in save. No, it very much fails. So it would take how much? As it is riddled with psychic energy. If you click on the actual spell, it should roll the dice for you.
Okay, I still getting used to the character sheet in Roll20, so I'm...
Yeah, that's fine. The one you clicked on was for the description, but if you click on the spell itself, it should roll for you the damage.
Oops.
Oh, just click on the text, not either of the two that pop out to the.
Yeah, I had to reduce
There you
the...
Okay. So it is struck for 29 psychic damage.
Even better.
It does not seem happy about that, and it is now under the effect of your. What does it do? Minus 1d6.
Oh,
And subtracts... Yeah.
Okay. Which it can try to save against every turn.
So I'm going to put it up again so you can read it.
Yeah.
It can't take reactions, and it has to choose between an action and bonus action on its.
No, you're
No.
thinking of the wrong thing. That's,
Yeah.
It's just a debuff to it's. I think it's
Oh.
concentration and attack rolls and ability checks while it's marked.
Oh, I was thinking Tasha's mind with my bad.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do?
If I move, he gets an attack of opportunity on me,
you
right?
can't move right now because he has restrained you.
Oh, he's restrained.
Unless you can teleport.
Which, let's see.
Which, if you can gather restraint, it would be a good idea because he is currently attacking you at advantage while you're restrained. There it is.
I'm gonna Misty Step further into the forest, to
Wait,
my right.
I hate to say that, but you can't do it because you already cast Synaptic.
Oh, that's
Static.
right.
You have to be it has to be a cantrip.
That is true. Do you have
Nope,
something
nope,
else
you're
you
right.
can do?
You can yell out to us, maybe let us know where you're at.
Yeah, no. I'm hosed, but I'll be yelling my changing from a hunting song to a war song.
Oh, alright. So you are yelling, which you guys would definitely hear. It sounds like a song of war. And is that it for you, Gal?
Yes.
Right, Uslog.
So first off, when Gao started singing the war song, did I hear it coming from straight west? Or did it
It's
sound
coming from. So your passive is 17. You believe it's coming from the. Or 15, sorry. You believe it's coming from the southwest.
okay.
And you can run through the trees, you just can't see through them.
Okay. So I would first off respond to Chomsky. I'm fine. Gao sounds like he's southwest through those trees there. Take care of these things quick. He's singing a war song. All right, and then I'm gonna try to take out this guy.
Okay. So you attack that one with your weapon.
And I will rage.
Oh.
Obvious.
Yep, 24 would strike with the first attack, doing 16 points to it.
And-
Which, yeah, it's
and-
still looking pretty healthy.
And I then, oops, I just accidentally clicked my sheet. And the next one would fail. Obviously.
Oof, alright. So, yeah, you would swing, but it would get out of the way. Remy.
Yep. Okie dokie. I think I heard my friend screaming, at least from like in this general
Yeah,
direction.
you'd probably hear shouts, what sounds like some kind of violent song coming from the west of you.
Alright, so what Remy is going to do, Remy is going to quicken spell, so that means I spend 2 sorcery points. I will take those 1, 2 down manually,
Okay.
and I'm going to quicken cast Polymorph on myself, and I'm going to turn myself into a giant eagle, which has a flight of 80 feet, flying speed of 80 feet. And so I am going to, at an incline, fly 80 feet into this direction up. So I don't know, Pythagoreans and probably like back up here, but I want to be at least like above these guys so they can't hit me as I'm passing over them.
Okay.
So I want to be like probably like 30 feet up in the air at that point. Can I see anything from that point?
So raising an activation just takes extra, extra movement. So if you want to be 30 feet up, then you'll have 50 feet of movement forward.
Alright, so I want to be 20 feet up.
Okay, so then you would have 60.
Okay, do I see anything there?
From 20 feet up, you'd kind of be flush with the top of the trees. I don't think you would see anything. You would, you probably wouldn't see anything yet.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action, and I'm gonna dash the additional 80 feet that I have, and I'll stop whenever I see my friend, if I do see him, straight in this direction like that, above the, like right at the tree line.
Alright, give me one
So
moment.
that's another 60 feet. I'll go 5 feet up, so I have 15 feet left.
How long does this last? 1 minute?
Polymorph lasts for an hour.
Hour? Okay, it's just concentration, right?
Yeah.
And do you have the HP of the thing you polymorph into? Is that how that works?
Yeah, as temporary HP before it hits my my HP.
Okay. Concentration. Alright, so I made a polymorph token. You should see it on the... Well, I'll just put it on you for now. Boop.
Oh, cool.
And just put the HP of the thing you turned into your red square. It's basically temp HP.
Gotcha.
Doesn't his size change?
Oh, how big is a giant eagle? Is it large?
A giant eagle, large beast.
Okay. So go ahead and fly.
I got it. Oop, not 265. Okay, so then yeah, I move 60 to there, and I am 20 feet up, and then I move an additional 5 feet up, and I move there, so that's another. I have 15 feet left at that point, right there. See that? Do I see anything from there?
Did you move yet? I
feet
still
up.
see you at the same.
Sorry,
spot.
I was holding the measuring. I was holding the measuring tool. So I have 15 feet left. Do I see anything up there? My vision's fucked up.
So you've double moved. How much did you say your movement was? 80 fly?
80 fly.
You're at 20 feet.
25 feet up. 25 feet up.
Alright, so you... Let's see. You don't see anything yet.
I will
Sure.
continue to move forward.
Mind becomes a little muddled from being eagle intelligence. You're trying to remember what it is you're doing exactly.
Ooh, I see something down there now.
Yeah, you would see a caribou down down below.
Do I get a scream coming from anywhere?
You definitely hear the yells getting closer. You believe they are somewhere to the west. Anything else?
Yeah, the last of my 10 feet, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. The Wraith goes. It's going to lunge at Uslog. Mad that she slashed it. 19.
Hits.
Alright, so unfortunately this is necrotic, so you take another 19 damage, and I need a con save.
Okay.
As you feel your life force being tugged at.
Okay, for some reason it's not subtracting. Oh, no, it did. Okay.
Oh, it did, yeah.
It just, I had to do it twice for some reason. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, so you managed to once again prevent the life drain from being permanent. The second Wraith is going to turn towards Carl, then look up towards Chomsky and come up this way.
When first he's going to try to dodge the flying clockwork critters.
Okay. Wisdom save. He would fail.
Yeah.
So he takes 14 radiant damage and looks as if he is near death.
Ah, too bad.
Then he's going to lunge at Chomsky.
Carl's going to apply disadvantage.
Alright, 20 versus AC.
Oof, what a roll.
Why is my AC 14? Should not be. I'll use a shield.
Alright, so you as well spend a reaction as it lunges at you and you block the attack. Arapel.
I will correct my AC.
Alright. Let's try a Sacred Flame since I'm at disadvantage. See if I can finish him off.
Okay. You cast Sacred Flame, which it will try to dodge. Doing a dex save. 11, I believe, would fail, right?
That's correct.
Alright, so he is seared with holy fire. And fades away.
Excellent. But he made me use my action, so I can't get as far. So I will move my big, fat, whopping 15 feet to the west, and that's my turn.
Like tire tread's broken. It's like all crooked. Alright, so you move
I was totally gonna dash this round. He was supposed to be dead.
Alright, so the Valhanath goes. He is angry at you, so he is gonna once again try to. Yeah.
Sorry, not that one. I was looking at options. I'm putting it up there so you can get the D6 to whatever.
Yeah, so he will get minus D6, and at the end of his turn he gets another save. So he's going to try to bite you first with his multi-attack. Bite.
Can I see him over the trees from 20 feet up? Because I know I'm like blocked because of the actual tree barrier, but would I be able to see him being 25 feet in the air?
No, because they are under the trees basically. So you'd have to be.
Okay.
You'd have to be in a different place.
I just wanted to check.
So 20 versus AC, but he gets minus 1d6, so go ahead and roll a d6.
Ooh, yeah,
Because he does have advantage still. You're still
big
wrapped
money,
up.
big money. Big money, no whammies.
Alright.
That's enough.
18, I think, will
Isn't it?
just miss you, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you squirm out of the way just as the big teeth come down. It is then going to tentacle slap you. As it's holding you with one of the tentacles, it's probably going to take 2 more attacks. 22 minus 1d6, please. Whoosh.
Oh, perfect.
18 once again just misses you. And the final tentacle slap, 24 minus 1d6.
You can get a 6, baby. You can get a 6. You can do it.
Oh, so close. You do get clipped by one of the flailing tentacles, doing 9 points of bludgeoning damage. That is it for him. Darian, back to you.
Alright. Seeing that he's down, I will move over here and fire my arrow at the one near Uzlog.
Okay. So you take a shot at the one near Uslug. Oh, and really quick, the Belheneth is going to make a save against your synaptic static. That's Gao's synaptic static. Because he gets a int save at the end of his turn. 14. Nope. He is tired of this. And he uses that. And suddenly his thing is gone.
Ow.
What thing is gone?
It has made its saving throw instead of failing it. So it's no longer affected by the synaptic static.
Thank you.
Damn.
It is a jerk creature. Also not very smart. I probably should have done that when you initially cast. But anyway, sorry Darian, what are you doing?
I was firing an arrow at the thing.
Alright, so you come over here using Uslog as a distraction. You take a shot at it. Sadly, it is not a magical arrow. Oh, did you roll a 10?
Yeah.
So with a natural 1, no, that would fly past. Is there anything else you want to do?
No. That's it for me.
Okay, so you curse as your arrow goes wide. Professor Chomsky.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was muted, but I'm going to scoot up there and take 2 shots at this fellow next to Uslag.
Okay. Yeah, 25 would strike it for 9, wounding it with the first. And 2? What's that?
Arapel's little...
Chromatic infusion.
Oh, that's poison damage?
Yes, it shows poison.
Alright,
Cool.
So unfortunately, as undead, they are immune to poison, so it takes nothing.
Aw, poop. I knew they were immune to the other elements, so I figured I'd give that one a try.
It's worth a shot.
Like, pretty much all undead are immune to poison, because they have no real bodies.
Oh, I didn't know. I knew that these guys were immune to, like, all the other elements, too, so okay.
Yeah, wraiths are jerks. They have a lot of
Yes, they are.
resistances. But you have wounded it with the second shot, as it starts to fade a bit its corporeal form.
And then I'll tell Carl to run up 40 feet. And
Okay.
he's gonna dodge.
So at the end of your turn,
Uh-oh.
the Valhaneth is going to use a legendary action to make a bite attack against Gao. So it uses one legendary action. 18, ooh, would just miss. Very nice.
Haha.
Come on, Gal.
How many of those is 3 of those? Now it has 2 of those. Alright, so now at initiative count 20, a layer action happens.
Uh-oh.
Which one, though?
The one?
You see the Gao, you would see these strange sparklings start to happen around you again. I need a wisdom save.
No, Gal.
Alright, unfortunately, that would not be enough. And the creature suddenly fades away, and you can no longer see it. Gal.
Is that the big thing grappling him that faded away?
Yes.
Oh.
Do I still feel grappled?
Oh yeah, you're definitely still grappled. You're just kind of, you're being held there by something you can't see.
Then I'm going to Misty Step.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. The behemoth only becomes invisible to the target that he's holding,
Yeah, I know.
not to everyone else. Oh, okay.
I'm just marking it to remind myself. So you are going to Misty Step. You would indeed poof, as it can't stop that. So where are you poofing to?
Give me a second. I need to do measurements, but it's... I'm poofing to... here.
Oh, and this big mammoth would have died when it got hit with the synaptic static.
Oh, then I'm not moving here. Then it's to towards the mammoth. I was going to move there, but I saw the mammoth.
It would have basically faded away when it died, so it goes poof.
Which
but you teleport over there, so you're no longer restrained as you teleport out of its tentacle. So that was a 30-foot movement. What else are you doing?
I'm going to adrenaline rush. I'm gonna so the 30-foot movement was the spell, so now I still have 30 regular movement, correct?
Yeah.
So that means 30 would land me here. So 30 there. And do I see that mammoth to the right, or?
Yes, you would see a mammoth up there.
And then I'm going to adrenaline rush 30 more towards the upper trees.
Okay. Can you link adrenaline rush?
Dang it.
Okay, as a bonus, so you already used your bonus action to
Oh,
Misty
right,
Step.
darn.
Yeah, but you can certainly run up 30 feet.
Yeah, so I ran to here, and then I turned, saw the mammoth, and then I'm turning back to where the big fugly was.
Yeah.
See if I notice anything and prepare for another attack.
So you can definitely hear it moving, and you think it is coming towards you.
And I'm yelling, "Come on, you ugly mother. I know you turn invisible, but come on. Bring it."
All right. Anything else?
And then going back to the war songs.
You do still have your action, so you could run again if you want. Oh, and you should take the net off you, because you're no longer restrained. If you look at your turn when it started, it says restrained on you. If you click the garbage can, it'll get rid of it on the chat.
I didn't see it on the chat.
So it's right above where Gnome Chomsky was talking. It says conditions. I can just click it. Oop. So you still have your action. Do you want to do anything else? Like dodge or run more or anything?
I'll go to dodge.
Okay, so you take the dodge action. Uslog. You muted Uslog?
No, my Discord is cutting out, so I think I just missed like the last 10 seconds, I think, of whatever just happened.
Alright, well, it is your turn.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Great. I want to destroy this wraith.
All
That's
right.
what I want to.
So you roar, swinging your magical weapon at him. Yeah, 28 would strike. Ooh, 22 damage. Ow. It is near death as you cut through its form, leaving very little left of it. An 18 would bring it down.
Oh yeah. Alright, that means I get to move. Alright, so I'm gonna move west and south.
Okay.
I'll move south first.
So the trees are difficult terrain if you want to move through them.
Okay.
But you can move through them. They're not blocking movement.
25, 35. Okay, so that's as far as I can go.
Alright, so you start pushing through the trees.
Yeah.
Remy.
Remy's gonna continue flying 40 feet to there. I think, should he be able to see something from that point?
You
40.
could probably see Gao over here.
Okay, so then I will fly an additional 35 feet.
Okay.
I will use a bonus action to create telepathic speech, and I will say, I'm coming for you, get ready. I'm the eagle. I have 5 more feet, but I'm 25 feet up in the air. What?
So I don't know if you can actually speak right now, because your int is technically 1.
Okay, but yeah, but this is a class feature, and I can use it as a bonus action to create a mental connection. It doesn't require any rolls or anything. It's just a bonus action. So I'd argue because it's a class thing.
In Tasha's.
So, to understand each other, you each must speak mentally in a language the other knows. I don't think you know any languages right now, because you polymorphed. Remember, you didn't shape change.
Okay, that's fine. You're right.
Right now, you're just kind of like bird. I don't even know what that would like sound like in your head.
Well, I'll just screech. So what is the action economy for picking him up? Is that an action?
No. So he, you could land next to him. He would have to mount you using half his movement, and then
No. I want to fly by him. I want to fly by him and use my.
Oh,
talent.
like grab him. So you could make a grapple attempt. You basically like fly down towards him and make a grapple check. Whether or not he opposed it is up to him. But he might not fully know what's going on right now.
That's fine. I'm gonna screech while coming towards him, and just or whatever. And then so 10 plus I'm 25 feet up, so I probably spend 35 feet of movement to get to there, and then I attempt to pick him up.
Alright, so Gao, this giant eagle is trying to grab you. Are you gonna let it, or are you gonna resist?
I'm still dodging, because I have no identification that it's actually a party member.
Okay, so it would be Remy, you would use athletics, and Gao, you could oppose that with acrobatics or athletics would be your choice.
So it's not going to be good, but oh my god! Oh my god.
Yeah. So you're like, what the? As this eagle comes down and kind of grabs onto you. Do you have any more movement, Remy?
Yes, I do. I spent 35 just now. I have an additional 45.
Well, how many? So you started back here, right?
No, it was 80. It was 80 feet, and then I have an additional 80 because I dashed.
Well, you can't dash because you had to do a grapple attack.
Oh, then yeah, I'm stuck there.
So you, at this point, kind of grab onto Gao, but yeah, you can't. I don't think you can move any further. Gao, I think you would probably notice it doesn't seem to be attacking you, which might be a little bit weird. Maybe an insight check might tell you something.
I'd actually probably be a little more up in the air as well. But yeah.
Oh, did you not get to him this turn?
I was above him, but I was 25 feet in the air. So what is my reach?
I think the giant eagle is just 5-foot reach.
Then no, I didn't get to it.
Alright, so you flew over to him and like we're kind of trying to get ready to grab him. So you could say you're next to him now, like maybe you want to be on the ground next to him?
No, I want to be flying next to him.
Okay, so you're still 20 feet up. So yeah, Gao, the eagle seems less aggressive than you would expect. You might think it could be an ally. But that is it for Remy. The Wraith is dead, and the other Wraith is dead. Arapel.
Oh. No, I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground because if I wasn't able to do the action to pick him up, then I'm past him on the ground, so he would immediately jump up on me.
Yeah, I was assuming
I had
you
the double
wanted
action. Sorry,
to jump
I
up
missed.
on it.
I missed that second part. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Arapel.
I will dash a whopping 30 feet. Watch the little robot run.
Yeah, like I said, your wheel's bent, so it's kind of, when the wheel gets bent, it's like going.
He
up
doesn't
and down.
have wheels. He's just got funny little limbs that are like working hard.
They're trying.
That's all.
All right, so the Bahaneth goes. Okay. It is going to fly into the woods through the trees. Then it is going to do something else that you can't see. That's it for that. Darian.
Seeing that they're all dead, I am going to just follow who's luck, I guess.
Okay, so you.
Wow. If I dash through.
Yeah, so you can dash to get another movement. So if you move 30, you can move another 30. And remember, the trees are double movement to go through.
Gotcha. Guess that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Professor Chomsky.
I'm going to run up 10 feet, use the rest of my movement to hop on Carl,
Yeah.
and then have Carl continue running forward. I guess to about there, and I will ready crossbow shot in case anything pops up, or if any evil creatures pop up around.
Okay.
Any hostile creatures pop up around us or appear around us.
Alright, Uslog. You see a bunch of sparkly mist appearing around you. I need a wisdom save.
No. I'm gonna use an inspiration for this.
Oh no! Alright.
Oh.
18
fine.
would be enough.
But
And nothing happens.
oh.
Gao. So you see this eagle kind of land next to you, as if it is maybe expecting you to climb on top. But it doesn't seem to be pecking at you.
If you are a friend, look at my empty right hand. If you're a foe, look at my shield.
Just gives you
Okay.
eagle look.
Oh, by the way, so this would have worked, but Giant Eagle understands Common and Orin, but can't speak them. So I totally
Okay,
can.
so you probably would look at his hand then.
Yeah.
Okay. How should we go?
It just does like an eagle screech, I would assume.
My best eagle.
What is the eagle's body posture doing?
He's stooping. He's stooping towards the ground, one shoulder down towards you.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he. I mean, you can give me another insight. You could probably figure something out. Oops.
Well, with the stooping in one shoulder means to me climb on from others.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably figure it out that he wants you to climb on top of him.
So I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it as cautiously, carefully as possible, so I or my armor does not harm him. What roll would you like?
You probably don't have to worry about your armor harming him, but you do still. So that would be half your movement to climb upon him.
Yep.
And now you still have your action and bonus action if you want to use them.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast, that mammoth.
Pew pew. All right.
That one.
Don't trust the mammoths.
Never trust the mammoth.
So you blast at it. Oh yeah, that would strike.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get the.
If you mouse over the text, you can click it for damage in the chat window.
Oops.
In the chat window.
Yeah, I did the wrong one.
Alright, so you blast it for 13. And it just kind of falls over dead. Disappearing.
Okay.
Anything
One less
else?
enemy. I can't see anything else that's harming us, so nope. I'm gonna hold on for dear life.
Alright, suddenly there is a poof, and Remy, you see a large angry creature appear next to you. Gao, you don't see anything, but you do hear something. Uslog.
Is there still the sparkly mist is gone? I'm guessing.
Yeah, it disappeared.
Okay. All right, I'm going to. I guess I'm going to continue going forward because I don't really have any idea of what's happening over there. So I'm going to move. That would be 40 feet.
Alright, so you're making your way through the trees, like rustling the stuff out of your way.
And I don't see anything.
Trees everywhere.
There's trees everywhere. So, 50. I'm going to use my action just to.
Alright, so unfortunately you would lose your rage, right?
Hold on. Not done.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would lose my rage. I was expecting there to be something out here from all the sound.
You do hear a bunch of sounds farther to the west.
Oh my gosh, they're so far away. Alright, so that would be 55.
Imagine if your movement is 15.
And
I
you
know.
can run more.
Let's see. 65. 80. Yeah, okay. I'm going around the trees this time.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just like running blindly through the snowy forest. It's great.
Where are they? At the end of your turn, the Valhalnath is going to use another legendary action to make a Oh wait, I don't know if he can do this. No, he cannot.
Oh, thank God.
Well, he can do something. He is going to use Vanish. Becoming invisible to you as well, Eagle Remy. So he just kind of fades away as he appears next to you. That is it for him. Remy, what do you want to do?
Remy is going to take the disengage action,
Okay.
and then he is going to fly 80 feet in this direction. Actually, no, he's going to fly 80 feet.
Are you going to ascend at all? Because right now you're at 0.
Yeah. Does this guy, can he fly? He can clearly float. Can he fly?
He is currently floating above the ground. You don't know if it can fly. You haven't seen it fly up yet.
Then no, I'm gonna B-feed it. I take the disengage action. I move 80 feet to there, taking Gal with me.
So you would have to move around him if you're not flying upward, because he is 10 feet tall. And you couldn't move through a square.
Was I here?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I will... And... Oh, well, you know what? Bump him. We're moving 80 feet straight up there.
Okay.
I'm taking Gal with me.
So the eagle...
And don't you ever talk to my kid ever again!
...is going to swoop along the ground. And I'm trying to remember from mount. If the mount moves, is there an Oppie on Gao?
It's forced movement though, so
yeah.
I would argue no.
I think
it's to choose.
Oh, it can choose. Well, if he took the disengage, I mean. I think that's true. It might be considered forced movement. I'll say for now there's no Oppie. The eagle carefully flies away. Arapel.
Is Gao still singing?
Yes, but now he is kind of coming from the northwest.
Oh yeah, I mean I can see him on the map.
You...
I just wanted to make sure that I had the new direction kind of where the sound was coming from.
Actually, are you singing, Gal?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you'd hear kind of from the northwest as the eagle flies. It sounds like Gal is with him. Oh! Arapel, you move there. Anything else?
I don't think I can move that far. Hang on.
Cheater.
Cheater who announces their cheats.
Almost like a paladin.
I didn't say you were a good cheater.
I think that's all I got. That was my dash.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, the Valhaneth is going to use a legendary again.
Ugh.
And he puts
60 feet
to somewhere. Possibly into the woods. And okay, now it is his turn. So he gets his legendaries back.
I don't like this.
Nope.
And the creature is suddenly going to fade into existence next to you, Uslag. As he is attacking, so he has advantage on the first swipe. Ooh, 26 probably got you.
Yeah.
Just as your rage went away. So you're like, I'm calming down. Ah! And he just jumps out at you. 9 bludgeoning, and you are grappled / restrained. So grappled and restrained. He is then going to swing a second time. 25.
Yep.
Smacking you for another 10. And then he's going to try to bite you. Arr. Ooh, 25.
Yep.
Sorry, Uslag. 22 piercing, and you were looking very rough.
Yeah.
That is it for that one. Darian.
All right. Want to continue on moving?
Okay. So that's 20 feet.
Oh, sorry. I'll use my dash.
Well, you have 30 feet, I think, so you could get out of the woods to this spot with 30 feet.
Gotcha.
Because you were 3 squares away. So that would be 25 feet of movement there, and you see this really creepy creature. It looks like it's grabbed Uslag and is biting her.
Move one more time. Right. Move 5 more feet. And I didn't use my dash, or
No, you haven't used it yet.
okay then. Well, instead of that, I'll shoot another arrow.
All right.
The
So you take aim at the one on Uslag, firing at it. Uh, 17 would be just enough to strike it.
Gotcha.
So you do 11 plus sneak attack.
Oh, sneak attack.
Because Uslag is distracting it. So 20 plus 11, 31 now. So it gets a crossbow bolt in the side for a good amount of damage, which would wound it. And
Nice.
that is it for you.
Yep.
So at the end of your turn, it's going to try to bite Uslag again with its legendary.
Oh, I'm not raging.
Not
Oh,
very.
yeah, that would miss.
Alright, so
Doesn't
you
matter.
managed to squirm around enough that it misses Professor Chomsky. Oh, I just realized we're going over. Is it I think maybe we should stop here and continue next time?
Cool.
Because we
No
are kind of
worries.
at the top of the round anyway.
Yeah.
So why don't we
Fine.
do
That's fine.
MVP votes?
Just for the sake of record keeping, it looks like Darian just got bumped to the bottom of the round. I think he should go first next time. Is that right?
Oh, well, he just went, so...
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking that. Oh, it was the legendary threw me off. Ugh, those
Yeah.
legendaries.
It was the cheesy legendary. Alright, I got 2 votes.
My roll 20 just rebooted. It'll take me a second to get back in.
The at GM.
Slash W space GM.
Gotcha.
And the name. Kind of like this. Without the parentheses.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Uslag, I feel bad bullying you. But when he saw you, like, when he saw them take off and he saw you, like, right nearby, he was like, oh, what do we have here? Although he didn't know Darian was there to shoot him in the butt, so
No, it's okay.
it was like, oh,
Or I'm-
just as a rage. Like, this was the thing that you could resist, because this was piercing and bludgeoning damage. Too.
I honestly, I thought they were gonna be right here, so I was expecting
Yeah, he
to
just
just
came out of the
get
trees.
through and like attack, and
It's like
then
a
I'm-
horror
shit.
movie scene. You're like looking around. Where is it?
yeah.
And just charges out at you. Oh God! I
Yeah.
got 5. Who am I missing?
Gal, because my internet went down. I just got
Oh.
back in.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm missing. So I got a tie right now. So your vote might break the tie. It's a pretty close vote. Or you'll make it a 3-way tie.
One of two ways. 1 minute.
Or you'll vote for someone else and it'll just be a two-way tie. Uslag with 3 votes, you were MVP. Congrats.
Hey!
Woo!
Thanks.
Yay!
Good job.
Even though I totally spilled all of our
Spill the
business.
beans. Spill the beans to
I'm realizing now
Sybil.
that Utlog probably should have just slammed the door in his face.
No,
But
that was kind of like an Uslag thing. She was
There was no
tired
way
and
I
she's
could fight
like, "Oh, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should tell him. We're
Yeah.
friends with this guy."
I mean, I know they're kind of competitors, but they're not exactly.
They're also kind of allies in some senses,
Yeah, they're
right?
we're allies with both of them. So yeah, I was.
It's like a
Yeah, I was role playing it as she was just tired and grumpy and
It worked
wanted to
great.
get out of the face, but really.
Yeah, it was
It-
fine.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what Uslag would have done.
Remy will
Exactly.
clean it up.
I mean, clean it up.
Yeah,
Oh my
one
God.
someday I will play a character who can lie, but I never have.
I'm going to take some notes, but you are all free to leave if you wish. Good job, and I'll see you next week.
We level up.
No, you.
I was gonna toss that one out there.
Level out mid combat.
Yeah, that's always like best in like video games when you level up and
Oh yeah.
you're like, yeah, I can take you now. Yeah.
Right
Okay.
about to die, and all of a sudden.
Full health, new abilities. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, there's actually a great video on that. I'll have to see if I can find it. For you guys, I'll post it in the chat.
You talking about Viva La Dirt League?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that channel.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Like picks a flower. Dong.
Yeah.
At first,
This
it's
is
like you are nowhere as good enough. You don't have the experience, and then just picks one flower. Oh, amazing.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm taking some notes, but I'll see you all next time.
See you later.
My internet is being super slow today.
Alright, so it's everybody's. It's not just, foreigners.
Yeah.
That's okay. Mine kicked me out.
I go look up names. I always forget all my NPC names.
That's okay.
Mira, that's what.
So do we. Alright, well, I'm taking off. I'll see y'all next week, or hear y'all next week.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
see
Sure.
ya.
It has been
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Good night.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Good night.
Well, good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Are people on the stream? Alright, night stream.